So all of the vehicles from the Mercenaries DLC has been released, not that much. Only 18 new total vehicles released, if you don't count the repeated Avenger and Speedo Custom. I gathered all of these and ranked them from worst to best. These are the best cars in order in the Mercenaries DLC. Number 1, let's just get these next few over with. Number 19, the Clique Wagon. Clique Wagon. It comes in at $1.2 million. It is in the muscle class with a top speed of 91 miles per hour. That is slow. But even as a collector car, it is so expensive for what it is. It is slow. It doesn't handle well at all. The customization is okay. It does have some unique customization options, but the car itself isn't that good. Same for number 18, the Speedo Custom. This one is free in the Vans class, has a top speed of 103.5 miles per hour. Now this one is just a repeat, and it was mostly used for selling nightclub goods before, but now you can finally have it yourself as a personal vehicle. And yeah, it's just a Speedo Custom, another repeat vehicle. It doesn't handle that good. Customization isn't that good. That's why it's at the number 18 spot. But number 17, Inductor. Now, this is a lot slower than the last two, but I'm just putting it at number 17 because it's interesting. So number 17 and 16 are the two inductors. The first one, the OG inductor. The second one is a junk energy inductor. Both are exactly the same top speed wise, 45.5 miles per hour, and both costing $50,000. And these are electric bikes, first of its kind electric bicycles. So that's really interesting, really unique about these two. That's why it is ahead of the first two, but the first two are just so bad. The next two are pretty bad too. The weaponized Conda at number 15 for $3.3 million in the helicopters class. Now the Conda is a total pass. I would not buy this at all. It's a lot more expensive than Buzzard and all the other helicopters in the game, but it's somehow the worst. The missiles, you actually have a cooldown with the missiles on this one. That's how bad it is. No, a lot of the other helicopters don't have a cooldown at all for the missiles. This one does. The minigun isn't that good. The handling is the worst I've ever experienced in any helicopter in this game. The handling is so bad. And for its size, you would expect this to be at least on the Buzzard's level, but the Buzzard that is basically free is 10 times better than the weaponized Conda. And same for the next one. At number 14, the Streamer 216 for $2.2 million. Top speed 143 miles per hour. This one, again, it's just not good. I would have put these at number 19 and 18, but these two, they are air vehicles. They are better than the Speedo Custom, to be honest, even though the Streamer sucks. It is better than the Speedo Custom and the Clique Wagon, so I just put this number 14. And the top speed is better than a lot of these around it, but again, it's just not good for what you expect it to be, so that's why it's at number 14. At number 13, the Walton for $1.6 million with a top speed of 105.25 miles per hour. So this one, the Walton L35, is a car I think absolutely no one was looking forward to buying. This one is just sitting here number 13 on its own. Not much else to say about this one, but it is an American looking car. I'll give it that. But number 12, this one is coming out this week. The Brigham. Yes, this is the Ghostbusters vehicle, the new Halloween vehicle. And number 12, because it's pretty slow, but it is unique. I love when Rockstar adds unique vehicles. This one having some unique customization options for Halloween. And it came out in the Halloween event update. And it is a long boy. So number 12, the Brigham. Now at number 11, we get into the more vehicles we would be expecting to receive in GTA Online these days. Number 11, the La Corsa, the OG version without Hospital Works upgrades. This one costing $1.4 million in the off-road class at 109.75 miles per hour. The La Corsa, pretty small vehicle. It's really a sleeper vehicle, especially when we get put on the Hospital Works upgrades to it, which is, I think, in the top 5 on this list. La Corsa, really good vehicle. But even without Hospital Works upgrades, it's still up there in the sports car class. You're not going to be beating really anyone in races, but it's a very solid vehicle. And the front is just so unique. It's almost electric looking, but it's not electric. It has really good lights. It almost looks like a rally car, but it is in the sports car class. And number 10, we have the Rattel. This one, another pretty boring one. Somehow it is faster than the La Corsa, but this one is in the off-road class. Good, unique looking vehicle. I really like the look of it. It does handle good off-road too. It will cost you $1.8 million with the top speed of 113 miles per hour. This one, open wheel. I like the look of it. They should add more of these. I wish off-road racing was kind of bigger in this game. But this one, I really like the look of it. It gets a number 10 spot. Number 9, the regular Monstrosity at $1.4 million in the off-road class with a top speed of 109.75 miles per hour. Monstrosity is kind of another sleeper vehicle. You wouldn't expect much from it, but it gets up there in its class, you know. This being an SUV, it looks like an SUV, but it is in the off-road class. It does handle pretty good off-road. And this is kind of a theme. Either half of these cars in this DLC are boring, but still somehow good, and the other part is good-looking cars, but they're amazing. So this DLC is really interesting with how they made these vehicles. But number 8, the Hot Ring Hellfire. Now this one is at number 8 because it does have good top speed, but compared to the other ones, the turning is not there at all. You cannot turn with this vehicle, but it is a unique looking vehicle. It is a new hot ring vehicle, which we haven't had in a long time. It has that electric look to it. It's a really good vehicle, in a straight line at least. Maybe turning, you do get drifty a lot in this vehicle. So around the track, around the city streets, I wouldn't expect to see many people using this vehicle. But we get to its kind of competitor, number 7, the Buffalo EVX without House Special Works upgrades at $2.1 million in the muscle class with a top speed of 119 miles per hour. Now this one, very good vehicle, very high up there, even without House Special Works upgrades. It is, I think, in the top 5 of muscle car class. And it is a electric Buffalo. Finally, new Buffalo and electric, the EVX. I like the look of this thing. It handles nice. The top speed is nice. It will get even better when we get to the House Special Works upgrade version at number 3. So number 6, the Italy GTO Stinger TT at $2.3 million, the top speed of 132 miles per hour. This thing, it's a beast. I mean, you are on PC or last gen, this might be one of the new cars to go to in the sports car class. It is very competitive, handles very nice, one of the best handling vehicles in the game, I think. And it looks nice too. Now we get into the House Special Works upgraded vehicles. These are obviously taking up the last 5 spots. Number 5, the House Special Works Monstrosity. This one has an upgrade cost of $1.1 million in the off-road class and takes number 1 for top speed at 135.75 miles per hour. This one coming in at number 1 in the off-road class for what looks like you wouldn't expect it to be number 1 in off-road. I mean, we have the Rattel all the way back up there, looking like it would dominate everything else in the off-road class, but here we have an SUV coming in at number 1 in the off-road class. Now, personally for me, it doesn't look that good. I wouldn't want to have this in my garage, but it's one of the best off-road vehicles now. If you are on new gen, or current gen I should say, this is probably the off-road car to go to. Only beaten around a lap by, I think, a bike, so really dominant this car is. Or the House Special Works La Corsa. Now this one has an upgrade cost of $818,000, and it takes number 2 at 142.5 miles per hour. You guys already know what the number 1 in sports car class is now, which is crazy. We're going to talk about that in a minute. But yeah, the La Corsa, it looks like a sleeper vehicle, looks like a rally vehicle, but it's one of the best now in the sports car class. It's tiny, it does handle well. The braking, because it's so tiny, it doesn't have as good as braking as the number 1 vehicle on this list does. But La Corsa in the sports car class, it is a hidden beast for how it looks. A really good sleeper vehicle. Pull this car out against someone on the street in a supercar vehicle, you might beat them with this. A very solid choice, but I would say skip on this, knowing what the number 1 vehicle on this list is. Number 3, the House Special Works Buffalo EVX. This one has a top speed of 144.75 miles per hour. Now this one takes number 2 in the muscle car class, only beaten by the Vajero ZX, which is already so powerful. It's a 10-mile-per-hour difference against the Vajero, but this car is a great one. It's electric Buffalo with the How Special Works upgrades on top of it, bringing the massive top speed, the massive track time. It's a unique vehicle, it's a good looking vehicle, and it's a powerful vehicle. And it's silent, so this car, very competitive in the muscle car category, and just all around a good car to have. And the upgrades are pretty good too. Now at number 2, the F-160. That's right, the new jet. This one, very crazy. I actually made, I think I was one of the first ones to upload this, the Hydra versus Raju, because I pre-recorded this on PC to test them out. So I think I uploaded at 5 AM before the DLC even released, and I had a few comments saying, this jet isn't even released. Yeah, how did you upload this? But yeah, that's how I uploaded that video, and it beats it in almost every way. Except for the cannons, they do have low nerfed cannons on this jet. But top speed and maneuverability, this jet is the meta now in GTA Online. This is the jet you want to have. It is a lot more expensive, but it is worth it. And going back to the ground vehicles, at number 1, you guys already know what it is. I made a whole video on this car by itself. The Italy GTO Stinger TT HSW upgraded. This one takes number 1 in top speed and lap time in all of the sports car category vehicles. It is dominant. It has a top speed of 168.5 miles per hour. The second thing under that in the whole game is the Vajero, and that is a 10 miles per hour difference between number 1 and number 2 for all ground vehicles in the game. And it even beats supercar vehicles. Yeah, no other supercar vehicle goes faster than this vehicle in a straight line and in a lap. That's how dominant this car is, beating even the best supercar vehicles. The Italy GTO Stinger TT is the go-to car now for free mode 2. It doesn't have armor, I will say that. Some of the Buffalo EVX does have armor and Imma tech. This one does have Imma tech, but no extra armor for explosive. So you will get destroyed with one homing rocket. But it's a very good vehicle. Even on city streets, it turns well, it brakes well, it handles well. The top speed, you guys already know, I talked about it so many other times in this video. Top speed is dominant number 1 out of really any other ground vehicle. It will cost you another $1.4 million to upgrade it, but for about on the higher $3 million range to fully upgrade this thing, and just over $4 million for all the How Special Works engine upgrades. I would say it is a must buy. If you had to buy any one vehicle on this list, this would obviously be at number 1. That's why it takes number 1 spot on this list. It is great and it looks just sexy. So that is all of the vehicles in this past update ranked. We have a few months now, unless they plan on releasing an early DLC. We only have a few months now, like 3 I think? Or 2. We have 2 months because December, usually the next DLC comes in December. So we only have 1.5 to 2 months of no new vehicle. So we're gonna have to wait a while, and I think that means we might get some GTA 6 news. And I am recording this a month early for my October weekathon videos, so maybe GTA 6 did get announced. How crazy would that be? But yeah, GTA 6, now is your time because we are in a dry spot in GTA Online now. We got tons of work went into this video, so if you guys got this far, probably need to like this to watch this far. So leave a like on the video, and I'll see you guys in whatever video I make next.